It's already 2025. The past year completely flew by. 2023 flew by. 2022 flew by. I don't even remember what happened in those years. And now we're about to enter 2025, the year I'm about to graduate. And I see myself and I look in the mirror and I see that there's still room that I can improve on. There's still things I want to achieve that I haven't done yet. Within the past year, I said that I was going to do stuff. I said my New Year's resolution is I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then as half the year went by, all those goals that I set out, it's like all the motivation, all the progress I was making, it just halted. It stopped and I started being stagnant. In order to change, it's one of the hardest things to do in the first place. I was constantly making myself uncomfortable, but what I found is that I started to find comfort in that uncomfort, if that makes sense. I was putting myself in all these uncomfortable situations over and over and over again, right? And then at a certain point, I just kind of figured, all right, well, I've done all this over and over. Now, what point is there in continuing, right? I've already made myself uncomfortable. I've already became different. I became better than I was a few months ago. Now, I might as well just kind of stay here. And it's not a conscious decision, but it's something that happens over time because you look at it and you realize, okay, I made progress from before and it's a New Year's resolution. The new year is kind of done now. So I've already changed and I've already become someone better. So what point is there in continuing that progress? And that's the problem that I see a lot with these New Year's resolutions. See, there's two main parts I want to focus on the word New Year's resolution or the words New Year's resolution. The first one is New Year's. And when I say New Year's, the reason why I feel like a lot of us lose motivation so quickly within like the first half of the year, the first quarter of the year, is because we focus on that New Year's part of New Year's resolution. The first quarter of the year still feels pretty new, right? The year still come. It's like, oh my gosh, well, January, February, this new year just started. You write down 2024 instead of 2025 on accident, right? But then after like half of the year's done, you look at it and you're like, all right, well, I'm just in the year, you know? It's not really a new year. I'm just in the year 2025. So that's the first problem why I feel like we get off of that self-improvement or that feeling that's like, okay, yeah, I got these goals I want to accomplish and now I'm starting to feel stagnant. Second part is the resolutions part of New Year's resolutions. See, whenever you think of a New Year's resolution, you think, okay, yeah, I have these goals, I have these things I want to do, these different things I want to accomplish. But we don't actually think about the actual word. See, a resolution, or at least my understanding of it, a resolution is coming up with a solution to a problem. We find and identify an issue, and then after identifying that issue, we need to be able to figure out, okay, this is what I'm going to do to overcome that issue, and this is going to be my steps and processes to become better. The idea of setting out a goal to accomplish by New Year's isn't to say, okay, yeah, in a few months I want to achieve this. It should be, okay, what I have to do is do this, this, and this to accomplish this goal. The idea of a New Year's resolution is to solve a problem. First, you should identify the issue, figure out what steps is needed to achieve or to solve this issue, and finally, to take action. Don't stop until you get it. Instead of viewing it as a New Year's resolution, view it as a life resolution, a life-changing resolution. As you're gonna see it, identify the goal, and start accomplishing the steps to achieve it. I'm like steps fumbling over myself. See, I've had a constant issue with soccer. My dream is to become the best soccer player in the world, and that means I have to constantly put work towards it. And as I'm working through the year, right, because I'm on self-improvement and I have this dream, I know what's required of me. I know where I have to go. I know what I need to do to get where I want to be. But I'm faced with constant setback after setback after setback. And all it is demotivating. But at the end of the day, I know I don't want to lose anymore. I want to win. I feel that fire in my chest and I just want to slam the ball into the back of the net. I want to have my perfect moment. And I keep looking for it and I keep finding it and setting everything together. Like I'm putting piece and piece together. And whenever it comes time towards where I'm reaching the goal, I can't actually make it, right? I want to prove everyone wrong and I want to become the best striker in the world, but the issue I have is that I can't get to that final moment. I can't piece together the puzzle using like Blue Lock as inspiration or like a way of connecting, because I saw Blue Lock recently. It's so good. Anyways, see, with these New Year's resolutions, I've ended up letting myself down so many times, broken so many promises with myself, and I've even lied to myself countless times. And the reason for that is because I set out this goal, but halfway through the year, I end up feeling demotivated. I want to achieve this, but then I start feeling stagnant and I start getting lazy. And it's because instead of viewing it as a life resolution, I'm viewing it as a temporary thing, a New Year's resolution. And it's not permanent. Now coming into 2025, I want to change the way I view it. I want to change my perspective. I saw this thing by this YouTuber, his name's Ruff, great YouTuber. And the way he demonstrated it and illustrated it was perfect. See, for me now, there's no more turning back. The way that you fight whenever you have no home to go to is completely different than when you have in mind, I could just go back and I'll be completely safe. The way that he has illustrated it in this video is that whenever Vikings are going to infiltrate a new area, whenever they're going to take over their land or whatever they got going, right, they burn their ships. And they burn their ships because for them, it means that there isn't a way that they could go back to where they were before. They're making this change, and in order to change, they have to throw away what made sense to them previously. They're going into this situation to invade, and they're completely throwing out the opportunity and the chance to escape and be safe. They're making themselves uncomfortable, and they're making it so that they're only banking on uncertainty. So the thing that I want to end this video with is, for this year, don't make a frivolous resolution. Don't make a little temporary thing and a temporary change. Say you want to achieve something, but halfway through the year, don't actually accomplish what you set out to. Resolve your issue. Make a plan, set out the steps, and start taking action to achieve it. No one else is going to do it for you. And at the end of the day, it's not going to be anyone else's fault but yours if you don't achieve it. Anyways, I hope I was able to deliver the message I had in mind. It's low-key pretty cold and it's kind of difficult to think about what I want to say, but I hope I was able to help, and I hope you guys have a good New Year's and a good 2025. See y'all in the next one. Peace. It's cold.